So I posted this TikTok about the casing stones in the Menkaure Pyramid because we had this like conversation, a while ago about these casing stones, and you pointed out like how the finished look goes into like the unfinished look, whatever.
Yeah.
And man, so a bunch of people are screaming that it's weathering. It's the weathering. We're in the desert. You talk about how old this stuff is. It's the weathering. Well, that's what I need these kind of people to understand. Weathering does not exceed past or further out from a finished surface. Weathering removes stuff away. So if we take a look at these stones again, pay attention to how the unfinished look that I mentioned in my video is protruding past the flat spot. So it's not weathering.
Okay, so hold on. Are they asking if weathering caused the bubble looks and the nubs?
That's what I guess. I mean, to me, honestly, I don't know because it doesn't make any sense in my brain either. Because if we just look at the entrance to this dude, why is weathering only picking everything around this square?
Right. Yeah, like, I mean, I can't even imagine even if there was something placed over top of that, the weathering wouldn't cause the outer because would be the same.
I don't know that. And like, if we're talking about like water weathering, that would be a major problem because there's no water to erode. By the way, it's granite. By the way, okay, this is rose granite. This isn't limestone or sandstone or whatever else. Okay, this is granite quarried from 500 miles away, transported to the site, shaped or manipulated in whatever way, and stacked. And you don't. Granite doesn't really weather like that in sand. Sand weathering, wind and sand weathering is like these horizontal lines that run through like a stone structure. It's not like this puffy looking stuff. Second thing that a lot of people, were talking about, because I mentioned the nubs that we find on these stones, and the stones have a bunch of these really random looking nubs. If we look in on this one right here, let's see. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 right there, 8, 9, 10. Okay, they're saying that they were using these nubs to climb over this structure. Okay, why aren't there more nubs? And why aren't they spaced out in a way that would be efficient for a human being to climb on?
Right.
They're definitely, at least in my opinion, they're not for climbing. So that's what I would say about that. Also, I don't think they were used for transportation because again, if they were, why aren't there more? And why aren't they specifically in places that would better balance the stone? Because, I mean, you have one up here in this top corner, nowhere else. You have 2 of them on this stone, but in this odd shape. It's very random, and it does not make sense, at least to me, when it comes to transporting them. Honestly, what it looks like, and this is just me going, throwing the box out the window. If you look at like people that manipulate glass, like glass blowers, when they break off the rod from the glass, what does it leave?
A nub.
A nub.
So you saying that they blew stone?
I didn't say anything. I have no idea. I absolutely have no idea. I'm just saying, what other form of, crafting, masonry, whatever you want to call it, do we also find nubs? And we find it on glass. Now, I'm not saying that they were blowing granite, okay? Because you're gonna get those people out there, but oh my gosh, he's mentally ill. What's he saying? No. What if there was a way that these people were able to make the stones soft to where they could poke something into it, lift it out, and then break it off where it's supposed to be? Nothing is out of the question. I want to hear it all.
I agree. Why not? Why not? Look at every option.
Definitely.
Put it all on the threshing floor, shake it out, and what's left, sort through.
Yeah. But so the Menkaure Pyramid, like I said earlier, these stones are granite. And if you notice how everything above these stones is all like what you normally see on the pyramid, like the stepped limestone look. Well, there used to be casing stones, smooth casing stones above this level, but all of that was removed, just like the rest of the pyramids. And all that's left are these stones. And, what I pointed out in my video is that this looks extremely similar to the polygonal stone masonry in South America. just the puffiness, the nubs. It has the nubs.
Yeah.
You know, every block is a different shape. Sure, it doesn't have that kind of crazy corners like we see in South America, but hey, it's just an observation. That's all I can.
I mean, well, you got to consider as well the Empire State Building isn't built the same as Sears Tower. You know, like they don't. I wouldn't expect even the same builder to build the same looking.
Oh yeah, but you
know
still
what I
use
mean?
the same techniques.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you still be able to see
Absolutely.
like nuts, bolts, and angles and all that kind of stuff,
Mhm.
right? Definitely. These are the casing stones we have still at the Great Pyramid. These are the most preserved ones. They're on the north face, and they are limestone.
And they
And
believe, they believe that the entire pyramid was covered with this,
yes,
but they don't know for sure.
we are pretty confident because the Greek philosopher Herodotus spoke about how it used to be completely smooth and flat, and at one point, and all that was removed after a massive earthquake was able to jostle enough of the stones away to where they could get pry bars in there and remove them. Because before, it was so perfectly cut to each other that you literally couldn't put anything between the stones to budge them.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. But the only reason why these ones are preserved is because from all the rubble coming down the pyramid, they were buried. So
Okay.
that's why we still have these specific casing stones. Now you get people that say, get the concrete believers out there, saying that all of the Great Pyramid is made out of concrete. I don't think all of it's made out of concrete. Maybe there was some kind of concrete. Maybe the casing stones themselves were made out of this concrete. That would make it way easier. But as for the granite casing stones on the Menkaure Pyramid, that was carved and transported there.
Here's an odd question. Do you think the casing stones were part of the original project? And if so, what do the Egyptians have to do with it?
I do think it was part of the original project. I do not know if I could say I believe that the Egyptians had anything to do with it.
Maybe we'll talk about that next time.
Later.
And write another story.
Man, I tell you, writing stories takes a while, especially to make them good.
It's natural for you. I want another one by the end next week. Just kidding. No, but I think that's
fine. Okay, fine. Jeez, wow.
You got to be challenged.
I mean, yeah, but geez, dude, like you better have a story done. I'm like, whoa. Okay.